Welcome back to the hood. This is Chill in the Green Box with Specks, Thompson, and the View. And once again, my co-host, he's not here. I mean, he told my head he gets a haircut, and I can't figure that out when he wears a mask anyway. But I'm here. Shana's here. Thanks for coming on anyway.
Thank you for having me.
For people who don't know who you are, give me a little brief introduction of what you do.
I'm an all around the world type of girl. I am an actress. I'm a entrepreneur. I'm a director, writer. The list goes on and on and on.
All
So,
right, all right, that's cool. That's cool. So, back in the day, did you ever chill on the green box, the little electrical box in front of the neighborhoods?
yeah, I definitely did. But I didn't do it in Augusta because here in Augusta, I live mostly in like apartments. But in the country, in Thompson, where my family is from, I definitely chilled on them boxes and didn't even want to go back home, honestly.
All right, so this show is basically just like that, taking it back in the day, just chilling, chopping it up. And this show's broken down in 4 different segments, based off a whole bunch of questions, I came up with or I asked you prior to. And the beginning of that segment is called Breaking It Down because back in the day, you used to break different things down on that green box with your friends, concepts, and other things. So we're going to break your brain down a little bit with some questions so people get a good feel who you are.
Alrighty.
All right. What do you do? What do you usually do on your commute to work?
On my commute to work, well, I drive for Uber at the moment. So on my way to go get a rider, I just meditate in the morning, listen to some good feeling music, not just rapping or R&B, some good feel music. And I just, talk to myself and motivate myself to like get it together.
Okay.
Hold on. Sorry.
Is it hard for you mentally prepare for that? Because I used to do it too, but I mean, I probably did it for like a couple hours, and that was it.
What is hard? Uber?
Yeah, preparing for it. Yeah.
No, I actually love and adore all of my writers. They're different. Many come from different places. They're patient with me. Some like to talk, some don't. And it's okay. Like I'm a really quiet girl, so sometimes conversation doesn't even mean a lot to me. Like just being quiet, going down the road means the most. But I do admire the people that do want to open up and share, talk, laugh. So nothing is really hard. It's just all about the people, making them feel happy, making them feel welcomed, and getting the job done.
All right, that's cool. That's cool. All right, my next question: what is one non-work related goal that you expect to do or try or achieve in the next 5 years?
A non-working goal. Honestly, it's just to like make as much money as I can so I could start enjoying it on myself. I'm so used to like spoiling others, making sure everybody else is happy. So my non-work goal is for the next year or so, 5 years, is to make Shayna happy, is to collect my coins and spend it back on myself instead of spending it on ungrateful people.
All right. I understand that. And the last question is it's pretty wild one. These are all random questions that I just pick out. So, what if you came home and you found a penguin in your freezer? What would you do?
um, a penguin, I would definitely, keep it in the freezer. And like, no.
You just let it live in the freezer?
Yeah. Pretty much.
Yeah, I don't know what I do. I don't know. That was a pretty random question. Then when I picked it out, I was like, I don't know what I do. It is too random.
Right. It's too warm in Augusta for it to live outside of the freezer. So I would keep it in the freezer, check up on it, give it food, but also like call somebody and be like, listen, I got a penguin. What do I need to do? Is it safe for me to keep it or like can I raise it? Which I know I can't. But I do love animals, so any type of animal, bird. I have a dog right now. I love it and welcome it with open arms. So
Okay, okay, okay. Well, like I said, that's the end of that segment. Hopefully, the people listening or watching got a little feel of who you is. Next, I think on my next segment, not know doesn't know if you know anything about comic books or whatnot, but my next segment is called the back issues. And typically in comics, if you want to know about a character in comics, origin story, you go to their back issues. So if you want to know about, Wonder Woman's origin story, you go back to her back issues. So this segment we can go to your back issues to find more about your origin story.
okay.
All right. So where are you from? And you already said where you from, but where are you from and what do you call your hood?
Oh, I don't have a particular hood. When I meet people, they be like, "What hood you from? Where you from?" I'm like, I'm just from Augusta. I'm from Augusta, born from Augusta, and once I was here, I moved to Texas for a little bit. I moved to Thompson. I moved to Carolina. So I'm in a mix of everywhere, and it's crazy. But now that I've graduated and I've been an adult now, I'm outside of Augusta, but Augusta is my
Okay, okay, okay. Um, music. What type of music got you into loving music, or what genre, or what kind of artist?
What is crazy is when I was younger, my they used to like kind of laugh at me and tease at me, but it was in a good way because I would listen to like white people music, and when I say white people, there's different genres of that, and I was so hooked on it, like it was like natural love, and then I fell in love with hip hop. The first artist that I actually fell in love with was Aaliyah, and then Lil Corey. When I was younger, those are the people that I used to listen to. And then when I got my first CD from the radio station, it was by Justin Timberlake. I fell in love with him. I was like, oh my gosh, like yes. And then I got CDs of like old school music, Roger and Sap
Yeah,
and Roger.
it's
I
that
fell
band.
in love
Yeah.
with that. So like the music to me, like I'm the type of girl like I try to be in real world time, but I also try to like study music and like figure out why these people are the way they are and how they did their concept of making music. Like music is not the same anymore. Everybody wants to talk about shaking booty, selling drugs, killing,
Hmm.
gangs, X, Y, and Z. But when you really think of music, it's not about the how you feel when you listen to it. It's about the lyrics, it's about the beat, and it's about the melody. And if those three things don't make sense in a song, I will not listen to it.
Okay.
So Justin Timberlake was my first favorite pop artist, and pop is my favorite, and then it's R&B, and then it's hip hop.
Did you listen to Instinct before Justin Timberlake?
Mm-mm.
Oh, okay.
See, and another thing, like when I was growing up, I was restricted to like watch BT VH1. So like my timing of music isn't like up to date. So it's like I have to like either get put on a song, get put on somebody, and then I'll figure it out. But finding it out on my own, because I don't even watch TV till this day. So good luck trying to tell me who people with.
Yeah, like growing up, I think got a lot of my music, and I had an older sister, so I got a lot of music from her. But like the Disney Channel, back in the day, Disney Channel used to just feed you so many artists. But
Right? Because they had Kid Pop.
yeah, and so like they fed you the NSYNC, the Backstreet Boys, Aaron Carter, Britney Spears,
Uh,
all them stuff.
it was another Courtney. I can't even think of his last name. Or Courtney McGott. I don't know what his name is, but he's like a blonde head, like stuff like that. Like I probably listened to it, but don't even remember because
Hmm.
that's when Nick Cannon was popping too, because he had
Yeah.
did a song.
Yep.
Yeah, when we was younger, music made so much sense. It was better, and it was a wide variety. Like us African Americans, we enjoyed some of the white people music, because we could vibe and dance to it. But now it's like, oh, they don't. it's weird now. So yeah.
And they used to incorporate into the shows too. Like you say you
Yeah.
watching Martin or something, and they have a celebrity guest come in or something like that. Even on the, like I said, the white people show the same way. It'd be a musical guest come on, but nowadays you don't see that at all.
Yeah.
Yeah. Uh, so I don't know if you did say you knew about comics or superheroes stuff like that, but do you remember watching any comic book or superhero show growing up? I know you say you didn't watch TV like that, but
Like when I go in my cousin's house, I'll watch Powerpuff Girls. But when I did get older, I did watch, I guess, Spider Man, the Hulk. Um, I'm not really into comics or superheroes, but I do enjoy watching them. If somebody asks me to watch them, I'll sit down and watch it and be like, okay, that's good. I believe that everybody is a superhero. Everybody has their story of who they became before they was that superhero, and then you know why they continue to do what they do. I feel like I'm a superhero every day because my purpose in life is to serve others and forget about yourself. Like it's all about other people and trying to make a difference in this world. So I'm one year one, and yeah. Who's your favorite superhero?
um, I don't know if I don't know if I have a favorite, but if I had to just throw one out there, I'd probably say Spider Man. I probably watched a lot more Spider Man growing up and know more facts about him, I guess, than anybody else.
Yeah, I just tried to watch Loki.
Hmm.
That's Thor's brother. So I'm trying to catch up a little bit. I'm still behind, so don't make fun of me. But I'm gonna definitely get into some of it.
Now, do you like so will violent stuff be too much for you,
Let's talk. What are you talking about? Like movies?
or shows, TV shows, no matter?
Um. Okay, what's your favorite violent TV show?
Well, no, I mean it's a show called The Boys, which is they make the superheroes more realistic. Like instead of having celebrities, they have the superheroes are the celebrities. Like the guy who runs fast, he like be like the Nike celebrity selling the shoes, the energy drink and stuff like that. And it's an Amazon Prime show, like, and that'd be like a good little thing because like it has a story, but it's not. It's more kind of realer than fantasy like. Um, I think they recently got a new series with some college kids. So I guess think of uh what was that like a Euphoria show, but they got powers or whatever. So I haven't watched it yet, but I think the main character, I think she's like a black female on it. So yeah.
Okay, yeah, check that out.
All right. You also said you was delayed or I guess I don't know sheltered growing up. So did you see that effect with people around you or in school anything like that?
Mm, no, not really, cause I don't know. I think I felt it like I never felt it with music because I always was like in my own lane, but I always managed to like be a part of those other lanes too. So it wasn't like, oh, I'm just hanging out with this one crowd. Like I could be very versatile, showing who I am. I was in theater, I was in dance, so everything kind of balanced well. So yeah, but as an adult, I do kind of feel it because I don't watch like Power. I don't watch superheroes. So I don't feel like I'm left out. It's just my choice of not wanting to watch it, and I do hear about it and it kind of make me excited to go watch it, but I'd be like one day I'm gonna watch it and then eventually I'll get to it and be
Hmm.
like, okay, it was worth it.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of shows, I feel like they do is push it out for us to watch. Like Power, it's like what 4 different Power shows out right now. So
Right.
like,
It's like so much going on. It's like I don't know, but yeah.
I think at one time they had like 2 different powers and like BMF and Snowfall, and they're all typically the same show with different names.
Basically, like once I figured out, like, okay, this is the type of content that's getting pushed out right now, and nobody else is like catching on that all these shows they're putting out, it's the same thing. That's when I realized like TV is like degrading us, because it's like this is not all we're trying to see. Like we should not have to just know this and go in the same circle. So I think no, I don't think he was trying to. But when Tyler Perry bought BET, I was kind of happy.
Yeah, see, I was gonna
But
bring when you stopped talking, I was gonna bring him up. So yeah, I think I know you. I think I know where you're going.
yeah, so it's like, but I mean, I have my cons with him too, because it's different for the TV shows and the plays that he do. And it's like I feel like most of his shows are based on the plays that he keeps putting out. And it's like, oh, like why are we doing this? So when he bought it, I was happy for him, but I was like, okay, you gotta do something better, like especially for the black culture, because if you're gonna do something, do it better.
Yeah, and it's basically all the same format too. All his stuff the same format.
Yes.
Just a different setting. Oh, this one's in church. This one's in a club. This one's in this big city. This one in the suburbs. It's the same story.
It's the same story over and over, whether it's a TV show or the movie. Y'all could interlock it. But I get it. I get that he wanted us to learn more about his characters, put more stories onto it, I guess because people liked them. But the way he did it is kind of backwards. He should have did the TV shows, then the movie, and then because we'll be more entertained. You done gave us everything. We don't know, growing up on it and then seeing it on TV. It's like, okay, what else can I know? I want to see something different.
What got me was, so like I said, we had the plays at first. Then he would come out the movies. So yeah, okay, the movie's cool. We know the background characters. We know with the Medea, the Core, and Mr. Brown. But then now Medea has a brother who wasn't in the plays and certain characters like that. So okay, it's not the same. I get it. Then boom, a TV show. It has nothing to do with Medea at all. So hey, it was all crazy.
Yeah, it's like, what are we watching this for when it's like TV drama? But we watch it because of your name. And I mean, I guess you got to respect it because it's his work. And, when I become this writer or director like him, I hope that I could, take these type of critiques, because I don't want to be in the same type of shoes that he did. And people were like, why you ain't never worked with Tyler Perry? Number one, that it's hard to work with Tyler Perry. It's super hard. I don't know like what I'm missing off of my resume, but it's hard. And don't get me wrong, that's his job to make it hard for you to work for it. But hopefully I work with him soon. So
Have you ever seen the show Atlanta?
no.
You heard about it?
I heard about it. I heard
Yeah,
about
okay.
it.
Well, it's an episode they did, kind of making fun of Tyler Perry. One of the main characters went to. Was she part of the audition? I think she was gonna be the cast, but she brought her daughter in with her, and they made fun of like how Tyler Perry just picked people, and throughout each episode of the show, you see when he focused on one character. So her daughter ended up being just a random character in the background, then end up being like the major character like 5 episodes in. But their whole the whole filming, they filmed the whole series in a day, and it showed like how he just abused his cast members. Like, yeah, and I think Tyler Perry spoke out about the episode. But yeah, it was
Really, I have to do my research about that. I really haven't heard any bad things about Tyler. I didn't hear that. That's crazy.
and I think Boondocks did the same thing.
Really?
I think Boondocks did the episode about him too. So I mean, maybe it's behind closed doors, and I guess in the director world they know about it. But I think both shows said something about Tyler Perry.
Yeah. But shout out to Tyler Perry, you are doing everything.
Yeah.
We're not downing you. We're just credit. What is it? Whatever the word is.
Criticism. Criticize. I think you will. Yeah, that's what you want.
Criticizing
Yeah, but
you.
I know his studio. You know, even though it's hard to work with him, I think his studio. He rents his studio out to a lot of different film production and stuff like that. Because you know, Coming to America, 2 was filmed there, and another movie. So he rents it out.
I
What
think
movie?
Jurassic Park or something like that.
Yeah. So all like it's in Atlanta, so you know all most of the films get filmed in Atlanta. His studio's there, so he rents it out. But his brand
Yeah,
name, yeah, his brand name, I think it's hard to work for them.
yeah. I had well, somebody sent me like a casting call, like a rush call, and it was like, oh, you have to be in Atlanta. But it was like late night, and I had to do it the next day, and I was like, oh my God. So when I tried to talk, it's hard to talk with people, but I said I was not gonna give up. But that was my almost lucky day to work with them. It was supposed to be for some Western old movie, but it's okay. I'm gonna let God work His time. So.
Okay, okay. Well, I'm gonna move on to our next segment. It's called Hotkeys. Hotkeys, DJ term. You know, DJs got buttons on the turntable to press to turn the club up or event. Like at 12:45, DJ might press the button and then Jeezy come on. You know, and get everybody live. So this part of the show is questions that I ask you ahead of time or questions that I formulated through the beginning of the show to ask you, so people can take some highlights from this interview. And so my first question to you: what came first for you, with the acting or the directing?
Um, Acting.
Acting. What got you into acting?
Um, my mom put me in Augusta Mini Theater here in Augusta, and I fell in love with it because I was always a shy, quiet girl. My mama thought that I had a speech impediment because I wouldn't talk. So it was crazy when I went to acting classes and I loved it. But I do like directing. It came later because I had to give myself a title, and I enjoyed not bossing people around, but telling people what to do in a respectful way and trying to make things work and go, how it needs to. But acting, it became amazing when I started doing stage plays for Augusta Mini Theater, and then I did some movies, I did films, I did commercials, I did music videos. And I was like, you know what? I really like being that girl on the camera and bringing that character to life. And then directing came.
So what was I guess the besides being in the theater, what was the aha moment in the acting wise? So you say you did commercials, movies, and all that stuff. So what was the aha? Like, I got this moment.
The aha moment was when I started a production company along with two other people. It was called Transporter Pictures. And we did a film called Intoxicant, and that was like a great experience. But the production company went left, and I was sitting and I was sitting. I was like, you know what? I don't know if acting is still gonna be for me. And then Augusta brought a BT movie here, and it was called The Christmas Party Crashers. And I was a part of it. I was an extra, and I was like, okay, if things happen along the way, there's more aha moments. And you continue to find those aha moments so you won't stop chasing your dream. But that first one was then, and then that one.
All right. So since you was an extra in the BT movie, are you part of the Actors Guild?
Yeah, you just saw the back of my head. But it's the simple fact that it was for a big, production and
Mm-hmm.
things like that. Yeah.
So you haven't joined the Actors Guild yet? Have you joined the Actors Guild? You know you know how all the actors right now they're on strike and the writers.
Yeah.
So are you not part of that yet?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Because Only because I knew what I was getting myself into in the beginning. Like, yeah, us as artists want to get paid for X, Y, and Z. We get that. But now you look at it like, okay, are you in love with it for the money or are you in love with it for the craft itself? I fell in love with the craft. Then I knew about, okay, when you do this, money isn't spread it for one. It is, but as us, our race, we find it difficult to be able to pay or to be able to finance our other people that want to do this and make this a great film. You see that these films that's going on right now, there's no black people in none of these films. Well, Jamie Foxx just did a film. Will Ferrell just did a film called Strays. But outside of that, look at the other people that dropped the films. They're not
Yeah,
us.
yeah.
So
Only like since the strike, I say that. Issa Rae was probably in that Barbie movie. Then a movie just came out called The Creator, and I think the main character might be a black guy.
and I
But
think the Equalizer too.
yeah, Equalizer 3, yeah, it came out. But it's no, but since they're on strike, it's no promotion about it. If you didn't say nothing, I would forgot the movie's in theaters right now.
Yeah, so I mean, I'm in love with it for the the craft, but yes, I want the money. But I was taught long time ago, you gonna have to get a job. And as much as I want to quit my job and just sit home and just do acting all day, I probably wouldn't be as motivated, honestly. I probably wouldn't. And that's with any type of artistry. Like, as a rapper, yes, you could like go to the studio and say, oh, yeah, I'm going to the studio, go make some music. And then, okay, you done with your music, then what? You got all these days and you ain't doing nothing, but you just want to sit, you just want to make music, you probably want to sell drugs, and you call that your job. But as an artist, you have to be like so self disciplined in order to continue to love your craft.
Yeah, that's right. I listen to podcasts about music pretty pretty often, and they say like you just said about the artists. So they want to do the music side, but never the business side of it. So when it comes down to do the business side, they either get screwed out in their contracts or they don't have the money and feel like somebody's hating on them because they didn't learn that part. They just want, oh, I made 100 songs, I'm good to go. But I was
And
learning like 20% of it.
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
So yeah, I mean, when I see people do all the auditions and stuff like that, but you hardly anybody hear about people say, "Oh, I went to this speech class or this acting class or I went to this class to learn how to do I don't know stunts or something like that." They don't take that extra stuff. So they just like,
Right.
well, I just naturally have it. But yeah, you might have it, but if you try harder, you might be even better. You know.
Yeah, and that's what I gotta get better at, like just going taking a class every now and then. I did get back inside of the library to help me reinvent myself, to find myself, to brand myself better. Um I think every year since I became like a boss chick, it's like I find different routes to like go, but I have to like do that business side and find myself first in order to be like, okay, this is what I do, this is who I am, and yada yada yada. Like I'm so private, but I it's a lot that I go through in life, but I'm so private. Um, I'm like I don't know. I get stressed kind of sort of as being an artist because it's like as a content creator, I like dang, I ain't got nothing to post, I ain't got nothing to do. So it's kind of hard for me to be like c- constant posting and stuff like that. Like that's my biggest downfall. But I'm always open and welcoming like new ideas, new people to network with and things like that. Like I don't know, like it's weird in Augusta to work with. Like people don't like to network or people will take advantage of you and I'm just at that point in my life and I'm like, you know what? I'm over it. I don't want to do this no more. But the more I stay constant on my end and like content on my end to do better for myself, everything works out.
Yeah,
Everything works out.
that's right. That's the way to go. And
Yeah.
you brought up one of the topics, boss chick. What is that?
A boss chick is a girl that she doesn't like need for nothing. Like she's her own boss in her head. Like even though I'm working for Uber, I wake up every day loving life more because I get to tell myself when, where, what I'm gonna do, what I'm not gonna do. And that's a boss. That I'm not telling nobody what to do, but I'm telling myself what to do. And every some people and I really had to get myself out of a job because although we done suffered through COVID, we still going through a little COVID season or whatnot. There are some people that wake up early in the morning, go to a job with an attitude.
Yeah.
9 times out of 10, that person is either working with someone or around people that needs help. And I don't like that. Like, I don't understand why people wake up, go to work, mad with an attitude to ruin somebody else's day. I want to better other people and show them like it's okay to be happy. It's okay to have a great side. Don't wake up hating the world because you got a new chance to live, you know? So that is the boss chick. It's just to be a nice fly girl, but somebody that's happy with what she does in life.
Now, I know you say you do the Uber thing, but do you ever thought about going back to the theater and working there?
Well, I just started Ubering 3 weeks ago. So now it's like I get the chance to plan things. Right now it's like work, work, work because my birthday is in November. It's the 1st of November. So this is the first year I want to like take myself out, do something nice for myself. And then once I plan that and spend that, then Christmas. So I'm giving myself until like March in order to start planning on myself. This is like, okay, this is like a lot of things going on right now and I
Mm-hmm.
can't let me enjoy. So once I'm calmed down a little bit and like blessing myself, then I'll be like, okay, let me start focusing on because I have to like change wardrobes. Like I'm getting myself together. Trust me, it's coming.
Mm-hmm. What about opening your own studio? I guess teaching people how to act or how to dance or what or whatnot. Would you do?
I would like to do that. I was in school for business and I didn't know what type of business
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to do, but that is a great business idea that, I don't know many people interested. I need to learn how to brand myself so I could do that. I could bring people together and be like, this is, a fun class, something. So that might be something I could do. Thank
Yeah, cause
you.
yeah, cause I don't think there's one here that does it. But
Well, we got the Augusta Mini Theater. Have you ever heard of that?
see, that'd be one thing though. But the second largest city in Georgia, you think it'd be more instead of everybody just running to Atlanta or something like that. Because
Yeah.
they're starting to bring more movies down here to do. Uh, I know. They shot the Suicide Squad movie at the jail. Uh, what's that old dude name? Clint Eastwood. He shot a movie downtown. Uh, there's a third movie they shot here. So and those big movies, blockbuster movies, they shot in Augusta. So, and I think a film studio might be getting made here too.
Well, there's
Uh,
one on Gordon Highway. It's called Indie Grip in the Augusta Film Office. They do classes, they meet, and they try to do like networks and stuff like that. But it's kind of politics down there more so.
uh,
Yeah, that's the whole thing about Augusta is it's more politics, and then in Atlanta it's more like entrepreneurship.
mhm.
Like, let's come together, let's do it. I got this, you got that. Okay, we can make it work. Here it's like, okay, I want that person, not you, that person type of deal. And
Yeah,
they stay in that clique. However, when you go to Atlanta, it's gonna be like that too. Like you're gonna see the same people, but at the end of the day, they all work together.
Yeah.
And that's our issue. So
Yeah, that's true. I think you gave me some of your titles. You know, you was it Mouth for the Mouth of the South, Intoxicant. You spoke about that one, and Kimba. Now, are those like three of your top works, or what are those?
So, Mouth of the South is my podcast platform that I do. I put it out on YouTube. I used to do like just audio. I'm doing visuals with like artists that, who got a story to tell and how they became bosses themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Kimba is a movie. It's my first movie I ever got paid in Atlanta, Georgia, and it was really interesting. That was another aha moment for me, and that made me just respect acting more, to do more, to never give up on your dream. And Kimba was that movie.
Um, what was Kimba? What was Kimba about?
Kimba was about a young lady was dating this older guy. He was a drug dealer, but she had no idea that he was a drug dealer. So they ended up busting up the house. They get caught, and she had to take the charges. And I believe Bill Clinton was the one who ended up writing a deal for her so she could come out, and that is how she became Miss Kimba Smith. And yeah, I got called before my birthday of last year. I had got COVID, and I was so mad. I didn't even know I had COVID, and I had it. And then they called me back for 2 more days, and it was just welcome, like of a real set, because one, we don't get paid, but when you do, you start respecting it more and loving it more. And the way everybody was welcoming, and as a director, I know how to be behind the camera and on camera. So I know the arts, I know the respect of it. So when people understand and see like you're not a regular, like, oh, I just want to be here, be on camera, that type of person, and you do more than what you're here for, they respect you. So I met so many people on a set of Kimba, and yeah.
That's cool. That's cool. Um, how did it feel to actually see it come out, full circle? You know, you I guess you filmed it, then you have to see the whole production. How that make you? How that to you? Because you seen the behind the scenes and being director as well. Like you seen that work.
Well, I wasn't the director on
Yeah, yeah,
Kimba. I
but
was
you
okay.
knew about it. Yeah, how it should go. So
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't know. I just felt like I was just one more step closer to my dreams. And I keep saying, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to be an actress. But, that they never, I don't want to be a famous person. That's one thing I don't want to do. I just want to be an actress. And every day I wake up and be like, I'm going to be that girl. I don't know how. I'm going to keep trying different things. But it just, it just pushes me and motivates me to keep going. Like whatever you see, whatever comes naturally, like I don't even go looking for a lot of films sometimes. Like I be lazy, and now me working, it's like I haven't been on social media as much. So I'm my own talent agent. I'm my own manager, whatever. I have to do this myself. So when I do find that time, like I'm so proud of myself of, me at least attempting to do it. And then when I do get called or I get that call back and like, damn, like, this is something I really worked for. So it makes me feel good.
mm. Now, what made you start the podcast?
The podcast came about because I got a lot of compliments saying that people like my voice in ways, and I was like, okay. So I tried the podcast out. I'm the type of person, I really don't like my voice. People want me to do songs, they want me to, I was like, y'all can't, not my voice. I hate it. But once I started being comfortable and just telling stories or just talking to somebody, I was like, okay, if I don't, well, the podcast came about because I didn't have a camera. I left my production company and I was like, you know what? I really want to be on camera, but I don't have a camera. So how else can I like show people that I'm still interested in trying to, be an actress, be on camera and stuff like that. So that's how that came about. And then I talked to a few friends and they was like, I love the way how you got your podcast set up. Do you want to do it visually? And I was like, yes, I want to do it visually. That went good. And now we're on season 3 and I came a long way, but it feels so short because it's only been 2 years since I started
Okay.
doing the visuals. So it's like, dang, like I done did so much, and it's like I should have been doing so much more. But it balances itself out because it's like I could critique myself as I continue to progress, and I'm like slowly progressing. I don't want to quickly get there. I don't want to, try to rush and be like, oh, I got this much done and everything is the same. Like all of my podcasts are so different and unique and like I don't know, it's just personalized for that person and that's what I want like everybody to understand. Like I'm a welcoming person. If you got a story, come talk, come, be the be the mouth of the South. Like explain how did you become who you are. We're not all perfect, but just that's me.
Now, are your guests from the city, or you got guests from outside the city as well?
I got some guests from the city. Majority they're from the city. It was supposed to be just, Augusta people around 706. But I got people that moved from Augusta to Atlanta that came on my podcast. I had somebody from South Carolina come here. So last year was more busier because I was more focused on, okay, I need to go ahead and get it together. I need to, this is what I need to do. This year it's like, okay, I had it together and then things happen in life and it's like, okay, I'm at this point and it's like, but everything is gonna fall in place. So I try my best not to stress or focus on it. So yeah. But I've been slowly getting it together. I got somebody hopefully coming soon. She's doing a stage play. Her name is Miss Monique. She's doing a stage play and she's supposed to come do the interview with me. We're doing it soon. So and you're welcome to come on my podcast as well, talk about who you are, how do you get started in podcasts, and how can I become a better podcaster questioner? Because you are good at it.
Oh, I've been, I mean, everybody been saying it, and I'm not even a full year at doing this. Uh, Previously, so I had a radio show with Shorts, if you know who that is. He's a promoter here. Uh, uh, Bless you. And me and him had a radio show. We did it. We did it for a couple months. But prior to that, I was DJ, and I used to offer a package for artists when they want to do a mixtape because artists, like we said before, don't know the business side. I said, well, you got the music, nobody knows who the hell you is, so let me do an interview with you. So when people go to click on your page and see your mixtape, you got a video, video to explain who you is and what you do. So I did that. I did that for a while. So I assume I got my interviewing skills from that. But besides that, before doing this show, I watched live podcasts and I thought about doing my own podcast. So I took different elements for different podcasts I enjoy or uh ones I relate to. Like I'm list most of the podcasts I listen to is from the Black Effect Network, just because. But it's just a variety of ones. Like a football player named Stephen A. Smith used to have he still got the same podcast, but he changed the format up dramatically, and I don't like it. But so he used to interview athletes, but he wouldn't talk about, oh, you did bad that game, this and third. He would talk about other stuff that open up the athletes. Like he brought Michael Vick in one time, and Michael Vick was the first interview he really did. talking about like, the whole fighting dogs thing and stuff like that, and he broke it down like, oh yeah, I never. People told me don't do this and third, and I did it anyway, and it got me more time in jail. And people never knew about that because nobody ever questioned him about it. He always want to talk about the football and the dogs, and never asked him personally what was going on. So I was like, okay, cool. I feel how it's more chill. And then I listened to this podcast about they call it Trap Nerds podcast, and it just some hood black dudes, talking about anime and movies and TV shows and stuff like that. But they're regular black people talking about that stuff, and I see how fun it could be. It's not just nerd stuff they spitting out. Everybody's bored. On top of that, the Breakfast Club and um, it's one out of Atlanta called the Big Fats Network, which is like DJ Scream and Big Bank do that, and how they get people on there and just talk like what they got going on and just break stuff down. They keep it real. So I just took all the elements I know and just try to put it in my show, and just because now I'm doing comic book. I'm a comic book creator now, and like the way you sell books, you gotta go to do people podcasts and stuff like that. And people be so dry or boring, or they had me on the show, but they never read my book. And I feel like it just running me a script and it just didn't seem natural. Yeah. So I was like, man, I'm going to my own show so people know about the creator or the artist or whoever. Then we can talk about your stuff like that, because people go on there and talk 2 hours about their book. And they don't know the book. They don't know your song. They don't know this. Like, why should they support you? So that's why I created my show the way I did.
I understand.
Yeah.
But good luck. It's really good. Thank you for having me on the show.
Thank you. But the end. I want to end the show. One last segment. It's called Digging in the Crates. Just like diving back, in the show, I pick out some things like you would dive back in the crates and pull out them vinyls or old CDs for the collection. So I'm just gonna dive back in the interview and pull out some things that you said. Let's say you did get to work with Tyler Perry or whatever. Is it a movie or show or play idea that you have that you would pitch to him, or was you ready to work on one of his productions itself?
Speaking in boss chick terms, where we want to sit down with him and say, hey, I got a play or a movie. You want to do it? I'd rather do a play. I think that'll bring him so much sales. Everybody's on strike. You may as well do a play.
Yeah, I mean, I was talking to the guest before you. He was a reality TV show producer or director. I can't remember. And we was talking about some actors that you'll see and be like, oh man, they haven't done nothing in a long time. But he said, really, they be doing these plays and they getting paid from these plays the same, almost good enough money, the same amount of money as they getting paid for these movies. So a lot of people sleep on these plays because they can do a play once a week and get paid buku money.
Yeah. Hey, after this interview, make sure you let me know who that is, so because I would love to do a play. I would love to.
Okay. For people who wants to follow you or check out some of your works, what can they do that at?
You can follow me on all social media. That is Facebook, Instagram, or YouTube. That is at SHANAMAINA. And you can make sure you follow Mouth of the South. That's MOUTHDAHOFSOUTH. Mouth of the South. I'm at MOUTHOFDAHSOUTH. That's Mouth of the South. But
okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks for coming on, and it's been great.
Thank you for having me. Bye.
Hey, stay on. It has the lowest.
What's up? This is View. Just got back from getting a fresh lineup, you feel me? And just gonna make an interview. But y'all check out Shana. Make sure y'all follow her for all her upcoming work she got going on. And you're looking for an actress, book her, or director, writer, book her. You wanna follow me and get my books? Hit me up at Legacy to View on social media, or buy it at legacyview.com. You want to follow my co-host? Follow him at Specks706. You want to be on the show? Hit us up at chillinggreenbox@gmail.com. Out of here.